So hi class, today we will be discussing about the derivatives of inverse trigonometric, hyperbolic, and inverse hyperbolic functions. Okay? So before we start, paki-screenshot or picturean muna ng formulas na nakita nyo sa screen kasi we'll be using those as reference later on as we go on with the topic. Okay, so let's start. Yan. So kung makikita nyo, yan, yung tatlong yan, meron silang tig 6 na formulas. So, sa inverse trigonometric, paano nalalaman kung inverse trigonometric siya? So, ito yung palatandaan. Meron siyang raised to negative 1. Or, ang basa dyan is uh, arc sine u. So, arc. Yan. So, probably sa iba, makakita rin kayo ng ganito. Arc sine u. Yan. Literal na nakasulat yung word na arc. Okay? So, yan. Same lang yun. So, kung arc cosine naman, pwedeng ganito or yung word mismo na arc cosine u. Pero, sa ngayon, ang gagamitin ko na lang is yung may raised to negative 1. Okay? So, basically, yun yung inverse trigonometric. And then, sa hyperbolic naman, anong meron? Ayan. So, kung makikita nyo, meron siyang mga h. Di ba? So, h stands for hyperbolic. Ayan. So, sine h, cosine hu, tangent hu, and so on. And lastly, sa inverse hyperbolic naman, ano yung palatandaan? Actually, parang pinagsama, no? So, ang basa dito, arc sine h. Tapos, arc cosine h, arc tangent h, and so on. Ngayon, itong mga to, bakit merong mga inequalities dun sa gilid? And actually, ang sinasabi lang naman yan, yan yung domain nung uh, formula. 'Di ba? Nung prelim, diniscuss natin yung uh, domain and range. No? So, parang ganito, dapat daw yung u is less than 1 kasi hindi siya pwede maging equal to 1 kasi nga magiging uh, 0 yung denominator which is undefined. Pero pagdating sa computational part, dinidisregard na natin yan. So, hindi naman natin siya nagagamit. Ayan. For formality lang, kaya siya nandyan. So, again, sa computational part, hindi na natin sila kailangan pansinin. Okay? So, let's go for some examples. Okay? So, let's say, pinapahanap yung derivative ng, ano ba sa dyan? Arctangent 5x. Okay? So, yung way ng pag-solve nito, very similar lang dun sa previous topic natin, which is yung derivatives ng trigonometric, logarithmic, and exponential, no? So, paano ulit yun? Kailangan mo munang identify yung u, tsaka yung du over dx, di ba? So, sabi natin yung u, yun lagi yung argument, or yung nasa loob ng transcendental function. In this case, 5x. Tapos yung du over dx, derivative lang ng u. So, ang derivative ng 5x is 5. Tapos, based sa formulas, ano yung formula ng arctangent? Ang formula niya is ito. Yan, re-write ko lang. 1 over 1 plus u squared times derivative niya. So, ang gagawin mo lang, pa-plugin mo lang, no? So, 1 over 1 plus, ano yung u natin? 5x. So, maging 5x squared times, yung d over dx naman, 5. Tapos, simplify as always. So, yung 5, mapupunta sa numerator, all over 1 plus, so ito, is-squared natin to. Ang 5x quantity squared is 25x squared. Yan, so, pinaka-simplified na yan, yan yung final answer. Yan. So, as you can see, very formula-based lang din siya. So, isa pang example. What if derivative naman daw ng arc cosine 3x squared? So, same procedure. let's identify u and its derivative. So, ang u natin obviously is 3x squared. So, ang derivative niyan, by power rule, that would be 6x. And then, what's the formula for arc cosecant? So, nakalagay dyan, negative 1 over absolute value of u times square root of u squared minus 1 times du over dx. So, plug in lang natin. So, ang u natin would be 3x squared. Ayan, absolute value. So, yung u's naman dito, so may 3x squared. So, 3x squared squared minus 1 times d over dx is 6x. Okay, so simplifying. So, ang absolute value, again, pag sinabi absolute value, gagawin mo lang positive yung nasa loob. Pero positive naman na siya, so 3x squared pa rin. Tapos, ito, yung 3x squared quantity squared, that would be 9x to the fourth, no? Minus 1 times, or rather, pwede natin lagay yung 6x sa numerator, no? Yan. Tapos, pwede pa natin masimplify yan, no? Yung 6, tsaka 3, no? So, ito 1, ito 2. Tapos, i-cancel natin yung isang x. Since squared to, may isa pang x, no? Ito 1 na lang. So, ang natira sa numerator is negative 2 all over. So, dito naman may x pa. So, x square root of 9x to the fourth minus 1. So, this is the final answer for number 2. And as always, dapat simplified yung answer, no? So, kung tulad nito, kung may marireduce, dapat i-reduce. Yan. Next, derivative, let's find y prime, no? Again, this is another notation for derivative. So, kunin natin yung y prime ng cosine h for x cubed plus 5, no? So, ganun pa rin, no? Identify u and du over dx. So, our u is the argument, or yan, yun nasa loob niya, for x cubed plus 5. So, what's the derivative of this? 12x squared. Tapos, ano ba yung derivative ng cosine h according sa formulas? Under hyperbolic yan. So, sin hu times du over dx daw. So, plug in, maging sin hu, ang u natin is 4x cubed plus 5 times, ano yung du over dx natin? Ito, 12x squared. So, multiply lang, pupuntahan lang siya yung 12x squared sa unahan. So, maging 12x squared sin h 4x cubed plus 5. And again, it's best na lagyan lagi ng parenthesis yung argument ng transcendental function. So, this is the answer for number 3. Okay, so sana clear yun. So, next example, number 4, meron tayong derivative naman daw ng 1 over 7 arcsecant 7x. So, again, find u, that would be 7x, and then its derivative would be 7. And then, hanapin yung formula para sa derivative ng arcsecant. So, ito siya. Rewrite ko lang. U squared minus 1 times du over dx. Tapos, plug in natin, no? So, ang u natin would be absolute value na 7x square root of, and yung u, so 7x squared minus 1 times d over dx is 7. Yan. So, alam naman natin, no, na magiging positive na tong 7x. So, pwede nating diretso i-cancel out yung 7, no? So, matitira na lang sa numerator 1 over my x pa, x square root of, so this would be 49 x squared minus 1. Yan. So, kahit hanggang dyan na lang. And no need to rationalize or tanggalin yung square root sa ilalim. And so, goods na yan kahit hanggang dyan lang. More examples. So, derivative naman daw ng arctan h, x minus 4. So, again, u would be obviously x minus 4. And its derivative is 1, di ba? And then yung formula para sa kanya is arctangent h under inverse hyperbolic yan, di ba? 1 over 1 minus u squared times du over dx. So, maging 1 over 1 minus our u is x minus 4. So, maging x minus 4 quantity squared times, so 1 na lang. Okay? Tapos, yan, maging 1 over 1 minus, so ito, simplify natin. So, ano yung x minus 4 quantity squared? So, paano ulit mag-square ng binomial? So, di ba, square the first term. So, maging x squared. Tapos, 2 times x times negative 4. That would be negative 8x. And then, square the last term. So, negative 4 squared. That would be positive 16. Yan yung, in case na nakalimutan nyo, ito siya, di ba? Kapag meron kang a minus b squared, tawag dyan square of a binomial. Paano ginagawa dyan? Square the first term. So, a squared. Tapos, yung 2, multiply mo dun sa dalawang nasa loob. So, 2 times a times negative b. Kaya naging minus 2ab. Tapos, square the last term. b squared. Yan. So, basically, yan yung in-apply natin dito. And then, since my parentheses, we have to distribute the negative sign here. So, making 1 minus x squared plus 8x na minus 16. So, mag-change sign sila lahat na nasa loob. And then, combine like terms. So, meron tayong like terms, yung 1 tsaka negative 16. So, that would be negative x squared plus 8x minus 15. So, yan yung final answer natin for number 5. Alright. So, ito naman. So, paano naman yan? So, may dalawa tayong terms dito actually. So, apply natin yung Sum difference rule, no? Which states na kukunin lang natin yung derivative ng bawat isa since separate sila by a minus sign. Okay? So, unahin muna natin to, itong sin h 3x, no? So, ang u dyan would obviously be 3x. Tapos yung derivative niya is 3. No? Actually, kung nasanay naman na kayo, pwede nyo i-shortcut, no? Ako, sinusulat ko lang yung formulas para madali nyong ma-visualize and masundan. Pero siguro, let's do a bit of a shortcut here, no? So, alam natin na sin h is, derivative niya is cosine hu times derivative niya, no? So, pwede nating diretsuhin. Cosine hu, so cosine h 3x, times yung derivative niya, which is 3. Tapos dito din, ganun din. Ang u naman dito is yung 4x. And then derivative niya is just simply 4. And then diretsuhin lang din natin. So sa cosine h naman, ang formula niya is sin hu times du over dx. So magiging, may 2/3 pa pala. So 2/3 sin u, so sin 4x times derivative ng 4x, which is 4. So, yan, arrange lang natin yung mga coefficient. So, magiging 3, lagay lang natin sa unahan. So, 3 cosine h, 3x minus, so yung 2/3 tsaka 4, pag may multiply, magiging 8 over 3, nawala h, sin h pala yan. So, sin h, 4x. So, yan yung derivative niya. Okay? So, next, number 7, and derivative ng 8 secant h, negative 5x. So, u is negative 5x. Derivative would be negative 5. And then, ano yung formula for secant h under hyperbolic? Negative secant hu tangent hu du over dx. No? So, negative secant hu, ang u natin is negative 5x. Yan, so may negative ha, baka makalimutan. So, tangent h, negative 5x times, or du over dx is negative 5. To simplify, so negative times negative, magiging positive na. 5 secant h minus 5x, tangent h minus 5x. So that's the answer. More examples. Ito naman. So, derivative ng arc cosecant h, 2x plus 5. So, u would be 2x plus 5, and its derivative would be 2, di ba? And then, let's check the formula for arc cosecant h, which is under inverse hyperbolic. Ang nakalagay dyan is negative 1 over absolute value of u, square root of 1 plus u squared, times du over dx. So, let's plug in, no? Ang u natin is 2x uh, plus 5. square root of 1 plus u. So, u squared. So, yung 2x plus 5 is squared natin. Times 2. Diba? And, so, simplify natin. So, yung magiging numerator is 2. Tapos, matatanggal lang yung absolute value niya. So, 2x plus 5 pa rin. Square root of 1 plus, so ito, kailangan natin expand, no? Again, square of a binomial yan. So, yung parang kanina. Parang sa number 5. So, square the first term. 2x squared would be 4x squared. Tapos 2 times 2x, 4x times 5, 20x. And square the last term, 5 squared is 25. In last step, kukombine lang yung like terms, which is 1 plus 25. So, magiging 4x squared plus 20x plus 26. Yan. So, or lagyan natin ng parenthesis pala. Yan. So, mas tama yung may parenthesis. Kasi iba pala yung ibig sabihin kapag wala. Yung 5 lang yung nakamultiply. Pero kasi di ba magkasama sila. So, dapat ganyan. Yan. So, yan yun. That's the answer for number 8. Okay. So, more examples. Ayan. So, dito na naman tayo, no? Paghahaluin na natin lahat ng mga transcendental functions, no? Okay. So, ganun pa rin naman, di ba? So, ang u natin would be the argument, which is e raised to x. And then, ano yung derivative ng e raised to x? And by now, dapat alam nyo na ang derivative ng e raised to x is just simply itself, e raised to x. Di ba? So, na-discuss na natin yan nung previous topic. So, ang formula for cosine h under hyperbolic would be sine hu times du over dx. So, magiging sine hu, so ang u natin is e raised to x, times du over dx is also e raised to x. So, lagay lang natin siya sa unahan. So, magiging e raised to x, sine h, e raised to x. Yan yung answer. Number 10, paano naman kapag derivative ng tan h cosine 2x? Ayan. So, our u would be cosine 2x. Ang du over dx natin would be, anong derivative ng cosine? Cosine lang ha. Di ba ano yun? Sa trigonometric to. Di ba? Negative sine u du over dx. So, alam naman natin na yan, focus tayo dito. Kukunin lang natin muna yung derivative ng cosine 2x. May shortcut kasi yan eh. So, yan. So, alam natin na negative sine u, so negative sine 2x times derivative niya. Derivative ng 2x is 2. So, ibig sabihin, negative 2 sine 2x. So, parang ang nangyayari lang doon, if hindi nyo pa napansin, no? Sa mga, actually, most of these, no? So, kukunin mo lang yung derivative ng argument. Ayan, kasi ang cosine, negative sign. Kaya naging negative 2, which is derivative nito, to sine 2x. Okay? So, ito yung u, ito yung du over dx. Pero, ang main transcendental function natin is tan h, which is, derivative niya is, according sa formulas, secant h squared u times du over dx. So, magiging secant h squared u, ano yung u natin? Cosine 2x. Times yung du over dx, itong kinompute natin, yung negative 2 sine 2x. Mahaba na, no? Yan. So, lagay lang natin sa unahan to. Our final answer would be negative 2 sine 2x. Tapos, tugtong natin, secant h squared of cosine 2x. So, ito ang final answer. Number 11. So, ito naman, 4 secant h ln x. So, ang argument niya is ln x. So, yun yung maging u. Ano naman yung derivative ng ln x? So, kung titignan nyo, sa logarithmic to, di ba? Ang ln, ang formula niya is 1 over u times du over dx. Same lang yan actually sa du over dx all over u. Napunta lang sa numerator. Actually, ang shortcut sa ln, derivative lang nung argument mo over the argument itself. Diba? So, ano yung d over dx nito? Derivative na x is 1. Diba? Over, ano yung argument mo? X. Yan. So, ang derivative na ln x is just 1 over x. Pero, ang main transcendental function natin is secant h. Under hyperbolic, which is, rewrite ko lang. So, secant hu, yung derivative niya ito. Tandem hu times d over dx. According sa formulas. So, I guess pwede natin diretso, no? Ito kasi yung d over dx. So, lagay ko na kagad sa unahan. So, maging negative 1 over x secant hu. So, yung u natin is ln x. Tangent u ulit, ln x. So, yan yung final answer. 'Di ba? So, basically, habang may habang nagmi-mix and match siya, no, yung transcendental functions, dapat alam nyo lang kung paano yung tamang arrangement, when to use ay paano kunin yung derivative niya, in the correct way, So, ano naman pag nasanay kayo, nalalaman nyo na yung shortcuts ng bawat derivative ng transcendental function, which is magpapadali na sa inyo. So, more examples. Ito naman. Derivative ng arc cotangent h e raised to 3x. So, ang u natin dyan would be e raised to 3x. Yung derivative niya, ayan. So, take note, kinukuha natin yung derivative ng e raised to 3x. So, ang shortcut naman pagdating sa exponential, di ba? Kung titignan mo yung formulas niya, Ano nakalagay dun? E raised to q times du over dx. So, ibig sabihin, itself times derivative nung exponent. So, itself, e raised to 3x times derivative ng exponent. So, derivative ng 3x is 3. So, making 3e raised to 3x. Yun yung shortcut dun. So, kung ano yan, kunyari, e raised to negative 5x, ang derivative niyan is negative 5 e raised to negative 5x. Ayan. So, as I've said kanina, mapipick up nyo din naman yan along the way, no? Mapapansin nyo na yung mga shortcuts. Pero, ang main transcendental function natin is arc cotangent h. So, looking at the formula of that, transcendental function, ito yun, 1 over 1 minus u squared times du over dx. So, let's plug in our values. So, making 1 over 1 minus u squared. So, ang u natin is e raised to 3x. So, may squared pa. Times du over dx naman. Ito yon, 3e raised to 3x. Let's multiply natin. Mapupunta lang to sa unahan. So, 3e raised to 3x over 1 minus, ito, paano to simplify? So, actually, ang mayari dyan, pag multiply mo lang yung 3x sa 2, so maging e raised to 6x. Kasi remember, let's say meron kang x squared cubed. So, according sa laws of exponents, kapag yung exponent in exponent mo, nagmumultiply lang sila. Kaya ito, magiging x raised to 6 yan. So, ganun din nangyari dito. Yung exponent in exponent. Kaya pinagmultiply ko. 3x times 2 is 6x. Okay? And yan na yung final answer. Okay? Wala na tayong mas-simplify dyan. Okay? So, few more. Let's say, ito. Derivative ng cosecant h sine 7x squared. No? So, yung u mo would be the sine 7x squared. And then your du over dx would be, so ano nga uli yung derivative ng sine? Sine lang ha. So, yun yung sa trigonometric. So, ang derivative ng sine is cosine u, ito yun, cosine u times du over dx. So, pwede natin shortcutin, no? So, ano ba yung derivative ng argument niya? 7x squared. 14x, di ba? Tapos, cosine u. So, ang u natin is 7x squared. And so, sana na-visualize niyo kung paano i-shortcut, no? Yung mga madadaling transcendental function tulad nitong cosine. Okay? So, pero yung main transcendental function natin is cosecant h. So, ano ba yun? So, formula niya is negative cosecant h u cotangent h u times d over dx. So, diretsuin ko na lang ulit, no? Kaysa sulatin ko na mahaba. So, magiging negative yung du over dx. Di ba kasi nilalagay din naman natin siya sa unahan. So, ito yun, di ba? So, magiging negative 14x cosine 7x squared. So, itong part na to, no? Cosecant hu, ang u natin is ito. So, sine 7x squared. Tapos, cotangent hu. U ulit. So, ito. Sine 7x squared. Haba, di ba? So, yun yung final answer natin. Okay, so, yan, sana nakakasunod pa rin. So, let's have one last example. Paano naman kapag tangent h cosine e raised to 5x? Ang dami nasa loob, no? Okay, sige, himayin natin. So, ang u natin would be, argument niya is cosine e raised to 5x. Ngayon naman, anong derivative nito? So, we all know, cosine, derivative niya is negative sine u times du over dx. So, negative sine u, ang u natin is u e raised to 5x. Tapos, derivative niya daw. So, di ba, binanggit ko kanina shortcut sa exponential. So, magiging 5 e raised to 5x lang yan. Okay? So, again, di ba kasi e raised to u times derivative niya. So, basically, itself times yung derivative nun. Ang derivative kasi ng 5x is 5. Tapos, multiply mo lang sa sarili niya. Kaya yan siya. And then, arrange lang natin. So, magiging 5, may negative pala. Negative 5 e raised to 5x sine e raised to 5x. So, ito yung u, ito yung du natin. So, ang main transcendental function natin is tangent h, secant h squared u du over dx. Yan yung formula for tangent h. And kapag ni-plug in natin, so ito, lagay ko na lang ulit sa unahan, no? So, magiging negative 5 e raised to 5x sine e raised to 5x times yung secant h squared u, magiging secant h squared u. Ano yung u natin? Yung cosine e raised to 5x. So, this would be the final answer. Ayan. So, that's basically it, no? So, ganun mag-solve ng derivatives of transcendental functions, no? And, again, kapag nag-mix and match na siya, naghalo-halo, and so, ganun lang gagawin nyo. Parang himayin nyo lang naman, no? Identify yung u, tsaka yung du, tabang du over dx niya. Yan. So, basically, that's all, and I hope you learned a lot from this video.